I think we're feeling pretty good about this gig tonight, Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful old theatre. We never played it before. We've supported a band here, but we've never headlined it.
I've seen a lot of good gigs here.
Yeah.
And I've always fancied the idea of doing a gig here. In fact, when we were recording the album, I think we said, yeah, we're going to play Shepherd's Bush Empire, like that's going to be our first gig kind of coming back. So yeah, looking forward to it a lot.
It's going to be great.
And so we sort of gave tickets away for free, sort of competitions and stuff like that.
Just the fans of the website, really. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to have a great vibe in the room tonight, and we're certainly excited to play.
I think a good live performance is when you can see the band or the performers putting all of themselves into it. You know, it's like it should be a moment where you don't really think about anything else apart from that moment. You know, the future and the past disappears. It's kind of like Flea, bass player from the Chili Peppers. You know, just watch him. That's a good gig. Just him. He's just got the vibe. He's kind of he just throws every part of his body into his bass, and I think that's kind of the key to a good performance.
We're only just starting the tour right now. I mean, I suppose this is really the first gig. We tried to do some festivals at the weekend, but a big storm came in and blew the whole festival away, so we couldn't play, which kind of sucked because we're so ready to start doing some big shows, you know. So right now we're just really excited about getting on the road and getting on the bus and just touring and not knowing where we're going for a long time. But we're close, but we haven't quite started it yet, so we're definitely itching to get that going.
Yeah, we did Southside Festival, which is really great crowd and stuff, and we're really looking forward to do the Hurricane one, but the Hurricane Dot.
Aptly named.
Strangely named, yeah, but basically we're 10 minutes before we're about to go on stage. All our gear was loaded up, we were about to get ready to go, and just, I don't know.
A massive storm.
The heavens opened up and something weird happened I've never seen before. It's kind of like 8 inches of rain fell in about half an hour.
It's just the end of the world, just the back
of the stage blew out, and we were willing to give it a go, but the organisers said it wasn't safe, and so they evacuated the whole site basically, which is a real shame.
And there was lightning just striking the stage and stuff. I mean, it was just chaos. So it was never really going to happen. But we were very gutted because all we could do is run to the bus for cover, and then leave basically.
But other festivals we're doing Belfort in France, Arras, Verkster we're doing on Saturday. What else are we doing? Reading and Leeds.
Reading and Leeds, of course.
Sea on the Fringe in Scotland. Lowlands.
A few in Lowlands. We're doing a few in Switzerland.
We're doing just one in Lowlands, I think.
Is that what I said?
One in Switzerland.
Oh right.
And what else? That's it. I think just a whole bunch.
Loads.
Of hopefully we'll get
Japan.
To cover quite a lot of something. Yeah, when we were making this album, we had a bit more time on our hands. I think because we've been touring so much on the previous few albums that I think we've been forced to take a break really, because we didn't need to sort of constantly be touring all the time. And I think it's the right time for us to really stop and take a break and start thinking about making some new music. Obviously there were people around us trying to book things in the future, but we kind of held it all off mainly because we wanted to make sure we made an album that had some new sounds in there, and I think in order to do that you have to spend a bit more time on it.
I think our sound always changes. It always evolves. It changes even just through playing, and when you approach every new album, for us anyway, we're always very conscious of wanting to expand ourselves musically and try out new things, new sounds, and work with different instruments and just kind of evolve in different ways, I think. So we're always looking to feel like we're doing something new. I think that's always happened in the past. And I think that's just really out of a need of feeling like you can change. We were recording in France for a bit, and it was kind of very secluded environment, and it was nice to be able to be in that environment, to really experiment with music and experiment with all different sides of the band. And it's almost like starting again, you know. We were just in there making music for ourselves, almost like how we used to when we were kids before we got signed or were releasing albums or anything. We'd just go in there and just get together and kind of play and work on ideas. But it was getting quite intense, I suppose, and it was quite hard to finish ideas and commit commit to ideas, finish songs in that environment. So we needed to kind of move to a more fast-paced environment, which was New York, and that really helped kind of speed the whole thing up, really. But it also had quite an influence on a lot of the songs, you know, like I said, like Supermassive, Black Hole, and some of the more dancier stuff in some ways, Map of Problematic, Starlight. It kind of had a bit more impact on the groove, which was nice to see. And then we went to Italy after that, yeah, and I'm just going to carry on for a bit longer. Went to Italy and we got in all those influences as well, and you can hear it all in the album.
Got to look out for that. The lead up to making the album, I wasn't really listening to that much rock music really. I suppose I was listening to bits of, well, I mean, there's a band called Lightning Bolt from America, which are not that known. They kind of play pretty hardcore punk sort of, with no, well, not much vocal going on, it's just bass and drums. Death Will Above 979, that kind of thing. I was quite into minimal stuff, yeahs maybe. Quite minimal stuff, you know, quite different to what we do, but I think a lot of the influences that made us find new areas on the album were things that are not really in the rock genre. I suppose there's a little bit of South Italian or South Spain kind of crept in there a little bit. A little bit of sort of 1950s instrumental, sort of sci-fi, B-movie type sound effects and music from that era kind of crept in a little bit, like Joe Meek type stuff. Yeah, there's always been a little hint of classical stuff in what we do, but I think this time it's more modern stuff, like bits of you know, Philip Glass, John Cage, Steve Reich, maybe. Yeah, Supermassive Black Hole was quite a video. We wanted to do something quite different to the song itself. The song seemed quite light in its nature, but we sort of wanted to do a slightly darker video. We're into things like, you know, Twin Peaks and Tim Burton films and stuff, and we met this director called Floyd who's into that same kind of vibe. And we kind of felt we didn't really have too much planning going into the video. A lot of it was improvised on the day, really. It was all based around these kind of bits of material with screen prints of either our face or weird body parts and sort of images sort of stretched around people's bodies, and it's and you sort of black holes or something like that.
Yeah, you just I don't know, you just kind of travel around these different locations, and we're in there doing a couple of performances, but it's just more of a surreal, dark piece. I think Floria's work's got a real specific style to it, and that's why we wanted to work with her. So and it turned out being great.